Okay, hello. We're going to have live with Miss Earth 2017 Karen Ibasco, but we have to wait for her for a while. Halo. Hai.
สวัสดีครั
Halo,
บ
hai. Sawadee. Apa kabar, Dira?
Oke.
Ini udah jam 5. Sekarang kita invite Yuda langsung atau gimana?
Langsung Yuda aja.
Oke, hai.
Yuda,
Kalian behave ya sama Karen Ibasco. Wait, Yuda. Oke, udah invite Yuda. Ntar kalau kita bertiga udah join baru invite Karen-nya.
ya kita perkenalan dulu. Habis itu ya udahlah.
Okay. No, it's not Karen Ibasco. Belum, sabar dulu. Are you guys excited?
Well, actually, Karen already stand by. So after Yuda came in, we will invite.
Hi, Karen. Please wait for a moment. We're going to invite you in a moment.
Yuda mana? Satu lagi mana? Dari Indonesia.
Iya nih, gue udah invite you, tapi dia belum masuk. Coba chat dong orangnya. It's Yuda unofficial is unable to join. Kenapa coba?
Who?
Adira coba cek dong. Aku nggak bisa buka HP lain soalnya.
Udah di chat. One second.
Please wait for a moment ya. In the meantime, kalian bisa siap-siap buat nyiapin pertanyaan untuk Karen. And please behave.
Please put your question on the question box, so it will be easier for us to read.
Halo Yuda.
Menyambut kedatangannya.
Oh ini Karen Ibasco.
Oh my god.
Kedatangannya Enggak kan biasa.
Sekarang perkenalan dulu. Yuda.
Oke.
Ya, Miss Art itu kan identik dengan kayak apa namanya, kayak baju-baju yang berbau
Lingkungan hijau.
Ya, berbau lingkungan.
Flora-flora gitu kan. Nah, ini mengenakan, ini adalah bando karya desainer handal terkenal. Tapi kalian nggak ada yang kenal.
Oke, capcus kelamaan opening.
Karen is already waiting for us.
So. Already waiting. Okay, let's invite her. Karen Ibasco.
Oke, aku invite Karen ya. Wait.
Okay.
I invited her already, and then we're gonna wait for her to join.
1, 2, 3, yay!
Hi!
How are you? You look so beautiful today.
Thank you. I just came home, so I had to take a bath immediately because I know I have an appointment with you guys. So I made sure.
Oh my god. So,
nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Okay, Karen, may I ask you a question?
Wait, before we start the question and the review, maybe we need to introduce ourselves here because, you know.
All right.
Okay, well, actually, my name is Dira. I'm the one who contacted you. I'm living in Bangkok right now, Thailand.
Oh, wow.
And yes, I'm Indonesia living in Bangkok. And then next is my colleague, the white one.
Okay, my name is Pras. I'm Indonesian living in Malaysia right now. So nice to
Wow.
meet you, Karen.
Nice to meet you.
And my name is Winata Hilton, and I'm from
Yeah.
Indonesia, and I miss Earth. Yeah, cause I love animal.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
Karen, we think that you look more beautiful. What is the secret?
Wow, thank you. You know, honestly, the secret is just being yourself, you know. After winning the crown, I just continued my journey. I continued being who I am. I don't cover myself in front of a lot of people. Sometimes I come out without makeup. Sometimes I come out with makeup. What makes you beautiful, honestly, is just being who you are. That's it.
Your inner beauty shows, Karen.
Thank you.
So what do you like most, with the makeup or without?
There are times that I don't like wearing makeup because I like to let my skin breathe. But of course, I
Mm-hmm.
like putting makeup on as well, especially during the events. So I would look like a complete package with my clothes and with my hair. So both I like, but sometimes I do like not wearing makeup as well. You know, just staying at home and being yourself and just relaxing at home.
So like, currently, what is your schedule nowadays? Like, what are you working on? Can you tell us a bit about it?
Uh-huh. Now, actually, I continued my Miss Earth. After Miss Earth, I continued my advocacy, and I worked with different NGOs for the environment. And I continued with my speaking engagements. I do a lot of it. I do image consulting. I focus on appearance, behavior, and communication for people who loves pageants, for people who loves to do it in
Mm-hmm.
companies, and all individuals who wants to enhance their image and their brand as a person. So that's what I do. I do a lot of talking. And then I continually study about image consulting so I can work with different types of people.
I see. You know, Karen, something that one of your speech talk that is noticeable is when you appearance at the TEDx, if not
Mm-hmm,
mistaken,
mm-hmm.
TEDx, and you talk about many things about like greenhouse gases, about global
Mm-hmm.
warming. You know. Well, all we can see is that um, people is still ignorance about the global warming, and
Mm.
then they try to that's not a big deal. But
Uh-huh.
how you actually convince them that this is a very serious problem, same as serious as
Mm.
the COVID-19 pandemic?
Actually, that's a very, very good question that you ask. A lot of people still, there are a handful of people who do not believe that climate change and global warming is happening. But in my country, and I believe in the countries where you're in Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, you can feel that it's not the same when it was summer during your time. Sometimes the weather shifts in different time
Mm,
zones or in different times of the year. That's actually one case where you can truly prove that climate change is happening. For a lot of people, they feel, you know, I still don't feel the effects. In my country, we always feel a lot of effects because we have a long coastlines in the Philippines. So when the typhoon hits, there's so many typhoons that hit the Philippines every single year. And our typhoons get intensified and magnified. And you do not want to wait for something like that to happen in your country just for you to believe that this is happening because there's so many Filipinos being killed every single year because of that. And one thing I can truly say to people is that there are facts for you to believe. Sometimes summer becomes too hot. Sometimes when it's December, it becomes too cold, and which is
exactly.
not supposed to be the case. You know, sometimes those things are intensified. That's why you can really prove that climate change is happening, and not just in one country, but in all parts of the world.
I
Uh,
see.
Actually, my friend, I have a colleague, like he's doing PhD, and he's focusing
Wow.
on indigenous people. And he
Mm-hmm.
said that one of the most affected groups because of climate change and global warming are mostly like indigenous peoples. And
Yes.
do you work with the NGOs? And what about in the Philippines? Like, how do you work with them, especially with the
Ah,
indigenous people affected by the global warming and climate change?
uh-huh. I work with WWF Philippines, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a worldwide It's a worldwide known NGO for the environment. There's also WWF in different parts of the world. So we work with different projects in different aspects, such as we work with water, we work with food, we work with wildlife and climate adaptation. So in those areas, if there are projects in a specific place in the Philippines, we go there to the people to help them. Areas such as fishing, areas such as farming. So we teach them how they can adapt to climate change, especially if there are typhoons that happen in the Philippines. We do a lot of donation drives to help them because we know that people who are living or people who are indigenous or living in community or coastlines are very, very vulnerable to climate change.
Yes.
So that's how we work with them. We do our part. Sometimes we go, sometimes we don't, because now it's a pandemic. So there are people who go. So we help them spread the word through our social media. We help them spread the word in helping them understand that we need donations to help these kind of people. And I work with them because I know that the money that is going through the NGOs really go to different people to really help them.
I see. Talking about the WWF project that you just talked about, when because myself also experienced the same things when I did the volunteering for environment in the Far East Indonesia, and one big challenge that facing the activity of the environment campaign is that how to educate people, right? Like just like you say, the fishing. People sometimes people using bomb or using destructive substances for fishing. But when we educate them, tell them, they say that no, we can't stop doing that because this is our job. This is the way that we are earning the money. If you campaign like that, means that you stop our job. So actually, how you handle this kind of situations?
Actually, that's true. There's one thing that I liked working with different NGOs, especially, I'm going to give you an example. Plastics. Plastics are everywhere, and plastic is a huge business. In the Philippines, we are one of the biggest countries that is a polluter of plastics in the oceans, because also our economy. You would talk about a lot of things like your economical state with your country. So our country does that. But what's good thing is that NGOs and the government are already working as one in creating different laws to help us slowly transition from using single-use plastic to more alternative type of containers, to really help. So it's, in a way, it's helping you transition from that to something else alternatively that you can use as plastic, but still helping your business. Because we cannot continue as business as usual, knowing that your business is really ruining the planet. So we need to help you transition from what you can do and find something of an alternative to what you're currently doing, so your business will not still die. So that's an example. We work with different companies. We help them educate them to actually create more sustainable containers compared to single-use plastic, because it's not good. It can't be recycled. So things like this. There are actually laws in the Philippines that is already passed. And I believe it's not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. Because there are countries already banning single use of plastic, and there is no way for companies to continue that. So you will find an alternative so your business can continue. So it's always understanding of meeting in the middle, because you cannot continue doing your business and understanding that in the future generation, they're not going to be in a good terms.
I see. Wow. Well, so speechless. You answered the questions very well. Well experienced.
Thank you.
So I want to ask some questions actually. So I've read that the biggest contributors in the climate change and global warming actually is not it's not individuals. Mostly it's because of the huge corporations that pollute it, and they do certain activities that violates the green initiatives. And how do you work with them, or do you only work with the to educate the individuals?
What I do in NGOs is we work with the NGO to work with different companies. It's a huge scale. You need to understand that there are companies involved in a country. There are also individuals. So what we do is, as far as we can, we work also with companies that are open to working with us. Sometimes I work with, we call it the Climate Change Commission in the Philippines. So that is when I was invited to represent the Philippines in the UN, and you can really see that there are so many people working with different organizations. So we work with companies. At the same time, I work with individuals. But you know what? There is only a limit to what you can do. But I always tell people that every time I give talks, that you can never underestimate the power of an individual. Because when you do that and you share that to other people, can you imagine if all forces come together and what kind of impact that would make in the world? I'm going to give you an example. When Greta Thunberg just started striking on her own, how many people nowadays are with her on that boat? Millions of people all around the world, and she started with just one voice. It can work that way. Either you can work with individuals or you can work with companies. It's great because no matter what happens, as long as you're contributing, other people will help you contribute as well, and they would continue to have that ripple effect to sharing that same voice to other people.
I see. So Yuda, have any question for our Nyai Ibasco?
We have to make it a little chill. It's like you're too
Yeah.
It's-
So staring at Nyai wonderfully. So
thank you. You know, one day I really hope that I get to meet you guys because I want to go to Indonesia. I was supposed to go to Indonesia, but then the pandemic happened.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, Yuda.
Yuda, mau tanya apa? Atau mungkin teman-teman mau nanya, cuma tanya di kolom box question ya, biar gampang nge-trace-nya.
Okay.
By the way, I like his costume. He's in an Earth costume.
That's why we were late. Like we were waiting for him for the costume.
Yes,
Yuda, suara nggak kedengeran. Yuda, mohon maaf.
Thank you for preparing for me. I love it.
Yuda, sorry, I think you're on mute. Yuda, you're on mute.
Oh, yeah.
Yuda, suaranya nggak ada.
Suara lo.
Right. I think it's internet connection as well.
Ya.
Masih nggak kedengeran, Yuda.
Masih nggak kedengeran.
So probably we're gonna ask the audience.
I think, yeah. We need to kick him out first and then invite him again.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
how do I kick him? Coba lu leave dulu, Yud. Leave dulu, ntar gue invite lagi. Yuda,
leave dulu, Yuda.
Okay. So,
okay.
Lanjutkan, Dir.
So, in the meantime, waiting Yuda. Well, actually, I'm wondering about your victory at Miss Earth 2017. You know, there's so many. Maybe it's. I think it's kind of bittersweet moments for you because you got the win. But in the other hands, people, you know, there's so many haters that say that you not deserve something like that, and it's kind of big news at the times. But however, I saw your personality, your response to them. You're kind of very easygoing, and that's okay. You very well manage your mindset. How do you do that? How do you do that in responding to haters?
You know what? I always tell this to people every time I have that question. I knew myself before I went out to the public. That's what I always tell people who want to join pageants. It's important for you to know who you are as a person before coming out as a public figure or before sharing your life to the world. It's very, very important because no matter what people tell you, as long as you know your foundations, you are surrounded by the right people to support you, knowing that this is for you. You are going to respond in a way that no matter what people tell you, you're just focused on your goal and you're focused on the moment that you have. You know, you're not going to allow them to ruin that. During my Miss Earth, it was a huge deal. You know, there were pictures being spread all over the internet, and it's something that one of my team did not see it coming, but there was a mistake that happened in my team. But I did not let that person down. You know, sometimes those things happen, and I know it wasn't done intentionally. And when I responded in a good way, people saw that you can actually still respond in a good way despite of a really bad situation that happened to you. And that's an example. And I honestly don't know how I became famous in Indonesia because I'm not an Indonesian. So I always kept asking, when did this started? Did it started after winning the crown? I don't know. That's why when I started knowing about it, I really wanted to go to Indonesia to thank everyone, and I wanted to meet the fans. I wanted to answer the questions. I wanted to have a photo opportunity to meet up because I know there's a huge support in Indonesia. I don't know. I honestly don't know where it came from, where it started, but I would love to share my story to them, and I would love to share how I responded that way and what was my secret, you know, things like this. Because I know everyone is experiencing these things, not just the people who are in the pageant world, but even if you're at work or what chapter of your life you're in, it's something that you need to understand because you will go through things like this. Mine was just a little magnified because I was in, you know, the public's eye. But these are things that you need to understand because you will also experience this. So you need to understand things of how to know who you are as a person and how to stand up if people doesn't like you or people don't like you. You know, in this world, you will never be able to please everybody. But if you know deep within your heart that what you did was really for you and you did not cheat, you did it with a right heart, you did it with an authentic heart and understanding that your path is for you, then why would you look down on yourself? You know, why would you waste this opportunity? This was given to you. This will never come again, and this will never be given to another person. So don't waste your opportunity. Don't waste your time. Maximize it. Say whatever they want to say, but you should let people know and see that you cannot let them see your weakness. You can let them also see that you can respond in a good way despite of a very bad situation.
Indeed. So yeah, exactly. But honestly, you know, after you win the crown, you've been like a big hit, especially in Indonesia. There's so many people pay attention on you, looking for the information. Who is Karen? Who is Karen? And that's why maybe you already noticed that some people call you as Nyai because actually Nyai is the Japanese terms describing someone who's full of legacy, full of the beauty, and then full of charm and charismatic. That's why sometimes people in the Java Islands call the most beautiful girl as Nyai. With the beauty, something like that.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that, honestly. It's not coming from my country. It's coming from another country that I did not represent.
Okay, next, Yuda. He's back.
Masih nggak kedengeran, sinyal lo jelek.
I think he's got the internet problem still.
Well, okay, so maybe we can continue with the question box from the audience. Okay, so we have this one from blank space. Wait, I already clicked it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, what was the most memorable moment in your reign as Miss Earth? By the way, you inspired me a lot, Karen.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, what was my most memorable moment? I have so many memories. I have so many memories of my reign as Miss Earth. Of course, one of the best memories I will ever have is when I won the crown, honestly, because I had no idea I was going to win. I just had the right mindset that night that I want the crown. And it's very important for all the people who's going to compete. It's important for you to have the right mindset that you want to win the crown because it's really going to help you win the crown. But, you know, one of the things that I loved during my Miss Earth is the people that I met, the contestants that I was with in the competition. Because even after the competition, I made friends, I made family. I still talk to them until now. And when I travel to their country, it's like I have a family there. So I really have another family in Miss Earth, and I've met amazing people. And of course, one thing that I've loved is not just meeting people, is during my travels. I loved my travels during my Miss Earth. I think I traveled almost 10 countries during my reign.
Oh.
And that
Oh
was
wow,
not
a lot.
counting. I was supposed to go to Malaysia. I was supposed to go to Indonesia. I was supposed to go to Mauritius and other more countries, but my schedules did not permit me to. I was that busy during my reign. And I really wished I was able to go to Malaysia and Indonesia during my reign. But even
Uh,
until now, yeah,
uh-huh.
national directors still invite me to go to their countries for Miss Earth. So I'm looking forward to one day going to Indonesia and meeting you guys.
Yay! Because you are very not.
For you, Indonesia, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exciting. I'm really looking forward to that.
So, like,
moment.
from all of the countries that you have visited during your reign, what is the country that is the most memorable during your reign, and
Wow.
why is that?
Yeah. I have so many countries that I went to. I loved Europe. I loved when I went to Belgium because I went to different countries afterwards. Because Europe, you can just travel from one country to another just using a car. But one of my memorable trips that I went to during my Miss Earth was when I went to Colombia because my best friend in the competition was Juliana and she was
Colombia.
Colombian. And when I
Okay.
went there, it's like the Philippines. I felt the warmth that the Filipinos have given me, and it was beautiful. I would love to see her again. I would love to go back to Colombia. It's quite similar to the Philippines, and they have beautiful spots that I also enjoyed afterwards. And I just felt like I had a family in Colombia. And also, of course, in the other countries that I went. I also loved when I went to Belgium and Mexico. Sometimes I just can't choose the specific countries because they're just all too beautiful. And I just had different experiences when I went there.
Oh wow. So it was much fun.
Yeah, very. It was amazing, and it was something that I'll never forget. Definitely.
Okay, moving on to another question. Have you ever experienced mental health problems when exposed to cyberbullying, especially as you are a public figure right now, right? So obviously, like being exposed to cyberbullying is nothing new for you. And how do you handle that mentally?
I believe that everyone will be affected mentally. Of course, if you're a human being, you will be affected mentally. But it's understanding on how you would respond to this kind of things. Even if you're a normal person or you're a public figure, you will be affected. But you need to understand how to overcome things like this. That's why I do give my talks to different types of audiences with mental health issues. How do you overcome it? Because I personally did experience that. I'm not gonna lie. I was hurt, but I never cried. I guess it's also because I have a strong personality myself. So that's very important for you to have a strong personality, because you cannot control what people will say to you. You cannot
Exactly.
control their comments, but you can control how you would respond. And I think that's one thing how I also won the hearts of Indonesians. It's because they saw how I responded despite of a really bad situation that happened to me. And I was just so amazed. Like, I didn't know where it came from. Out of the blue, people would message me from Indonesia thanking me. So I was really a little shocked that there was a support coming from a foreign land. So it's beautiful. That's one example. You can actually use that as a great example to reach out to different types of people. How do you respond in situations like that? It happens to it will happen to everyone, only on a different scale for each and every one of us. So you need to know how to respond to this kind of situations. Also, what I did is I focused more on me. I didn't focus on what other people would tell me because I understood that when people say something about you, when they try to ruin you, it just shows that they're insecure, not you. It's not the person who is being talked about that's insecure. It's a person talking against you. It really
Exactly.
shows that it's true. Their insecurities just come out because no matter what you tell me, I don't really mind because I know who I am as a person. So it's important for you to show that to other people. That area is very important because once you start breaking down in that area and losing your self-worth and your self-identity, that is when you start crashing mentally and you don't know how to stand up anymore. The mental aspect is very important and you have to learn how to respond and how to cope up. It's something that's very apt, especially during this season. And it's hard. The pandemic season is hard. So how do you cope up mentally? So things like this.
I see. Good. Wow. Oh, before Theo, before we go to next question, I think you still got the internet problem, so
Okay.
he cannot join us. Maybe after this,
Okay.
we can invite one of the
Yeah.
audience to go live with you because
Oh
you know what,
wow,
you
sure.
you are
I
kind
will,
of big wish
I will be
list
I will be
audiences.
monitoring the comment on the request, and then I will choose the one lucky viewers to join us and talk to you.
Yes,
Oh
exactly.
wow, sure. I would love that.
There,
So if you
guys.
guys want to join the talk with us, just hit the request button, and then we will choose it in a minute.
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be the real account. Should be a real
Yeah.
account.
Cool. I saw that
Okay.
you guys interviewed different queens already. That's amazing.
Yes. We
Yeah, we
tried
did.
to.
We did.
Yeah, we did, and we tried to get to as many questions as possible, so Indonesian audiences can get to know them really well, because most of the time you only see beauty queens or title holders on the pictures on social media, and then
Mm-hmm.
it feels like they're out of reach, So we just try
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
make beauty queens more relatable and more approachable to
Oh, that's good.
wide audiences.
Well,
Oh, that's
actually,
great.
actually, you are the second Filipina queen that we interviewed. First one is
Oh,
several
with
years
Pia,
ago.
sorry.
Yeah, we interviewed Pia Wursbach
Oh, she's very
previously.
nice. Very,
Yeah,
very
I
nice
say
person.
indeed, it's nice. Who
Very
wants to
sweet.
get joined?
Okay, there's one person who wants to join us.
Okay.
Okay, okay, shall we accept him? Okay, we should
Okay,
1, 3.
two,
Hopefully,
three.
hopefully it's a real account, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a real account.
Oh no, they're not joining.
Okay,
Okay.
1, 2,
Oh,
3.
join. Hi,
Ah,
hi.
I think there's no
Okay.
internet. It's buffering.
still loading to buffering.
Yeah.
Hello, are you
Hello.
still
Hello.
there?
I think you guys have to check your internet because we're gonna bring you up if ever we
Yes,
choose you to go
exactly,
online.
Yeah,
exactly.
mine is okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
mine's okay too.
I will change to another one. Come on,
how?
guys. Karen
Okay,
Ibasco is so busy, so she just gave her precious time to us. So
Yeah,
ensure your internet
sure.
connection as well.
Yeah, make sure your
okay. So
internet is
we
well.
try to invite this one.
Okay.
Hopefully, the internet is working. Okay, I'm.
Okay,
Oh
okay,
my
there.
god,
Hi.
hi! Oh my god, Karen!
Hello.
Oh my god, I cannot believe that I
Coba
accept
perkenalan
to
dulu.
join this live.
Perkenalan
Hello, my
dulu,
name
Mas.
is Ridwan. I
Hi,
from
Hello.
Ridwan.
I from Jawa Tengah actually, but I'm live now in Jakarta.
Oh wow.
Actually, I'm in quarantine today.
Oh, on quarantine.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes, exactly. This is
Mini recovery. How is it?
it's getting better actually.
Mm,
I think I'm good now, but
that's great.
the virus is still in my body,
Oh,
so I
that's
can
okay.
still waiting about that.
I
Hi!
had COVID before as well.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this time.
what?
Can join this
I
live.
did.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us? Do you have
Yeah.
any questions for me? I would love to answer it for you.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I'm not ready for the question.
Any
Uh,
question that you would love to ask me?
uh, I just ask. I just want to ask, what do you think about fashion lovers Indonesia?
Pageant lovers in Indonesia. I believe that you guys are very passionate. And I believe that you also have great contestants. That's why you have great pageant lovers. You're passionate because you know what you're fighting for and you know who to support. It's the same with the Philippines. We weren't a powerhouse in pageants before, but we had what we call as the golden year, starting from 2013 down to 2018. And I believe that you guys are the same with us. It's because you love your country so much and you love your candidates that I find them very passionate for supporting their candidates as well. I don't hate, sometimes people would say, Indonesian pageant lovers are not good. I would always tell them they're not. They're very passionate. The same with Filipinos. And I very much support them. If I don't support you guys, I will not go on this live. It's as simple as that.
Oh, sure.
I think that's happened in many countries. Some fanatic fans, some haters is happening in many countries. So yeah, it's a general thing.
Yeah, I do love pageants lovers in Indonesia. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Ada lagi Kak yang mau ditanya?
Oh no, I just impressed with how you handle the haters. I looked on your Instagram comment and you always give love and never thinking about the haters and just thinking about who support you in this pageant industry especially, and I love that.
That's true. I'm surrounded by great people that teach me what to do and that actually helped me to have a great foundation. That's why I never thought I'll become a public figure. I never thought that I'll become popular, but one thing that really resonates with me is it's always important for you to be grounded as a person. And I'm not the same with any one of you. I'm not different with any one of you. I'm just the same with you guys, It's not because I have a crown, I have a title, I'm different or I cannot be reached. That's not true. Who I am as a person is the same as you guys. We're all equal. No one is ever higher than other people. No one is lower. We're all equal. And that's how I see myself, honestly.
See, that's why she won. That's why she won. Yeah.
You can see the qualities that made the judges love you and crown you as a Miss Earth.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Okay.
Kita gantian ya.
Atau bagaimana?
Bye.
Gimana?
Atau kita mau invite yang lain lagi jadi ganti-gantian?
Oh, boleh.
Gantian.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you for the time, Ridwan.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good recovery as well.
Thank you so much.
Be better.
Just another one. It's so interesting. You actually meet with your fans here.
Yeah, I love meeting fans. I do love meeting people, honestly. It's something that I personally loved when I started with Miss Earth and when I won. I love meeting people. And it's something so authentic in me. I'm not saying it for more followers. I'm saying it because I do love meeting people. It's something that became so prominent in me. I love reaching out to people and I just love meeting them and hearing their stories as well and sharing my story to them. When I hear their stories, I learn so much from them. That's why I love meeting people.
I see. So, shall we invite another one?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm trying to invite one person. Nggak mau invite cewek yang lain dulu, ntar gantian.
Oh, Karen, just a quick questions. After you got like tiara for Miss Earth, or you just turn back the crown to the organization?
Yes, you have to give it back because it's very, very, very expensive and it's real. So you have to give it back.
So you don't get like replica or tiara?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my God. So,
Oh my God! It's exciting.
Hi.
Oh
my God,
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Puja,
Do you have any
Nyai.
He praised you.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Did you have any questions for me?
okay, so introduction first. What's your name and where are you right now?
Okay, my name is Andi. I live in Bandung now. And at here it's so rainy.
Okay.
But it's so impressing with you because I'm so excited banget. Ini beneran deh. Ini beneran gak sih?
Iya bener.
Genuinely,
She's real kayak di
excited to
Ibasco.
meet you and like.
Oh wow. Hi Andy.
Aduh.
Oke,
Oke, Andi,
Queen,
pertanyaannya apa?
how about your gini aja deh.
Apa?
Tolong nanti jelasin ke bahasa Inggris ya, karena aku
Oke, oke.
nggak pinter-pinter banget sih bahasa Inggris.
Oke. We will try.
Okay.
Ya, gimana sih Queen bisa jadi juara di Miss Earth? Apa sih rahasianya?
Karen, actually, Andy wants to know what is your biggest secret to win Miss Earth crown
Oh wow.
during that night?
Okay. My biggest secret, I was very prepared. I was very prepared that night. And I have something to tell you guys that I always tell people. I don't know if you're gonna believe this or not, but days before the competition, I felt the crown on my head. I did.
Oh, really?
I felt the crown on my head, and I knew at some point, the night before the competition, I said to myself when I saw the sash, I am not gonna get out of this arena without the Miss Earth 2017 on me. And I felt the crown before the competition, like days before the competition. That's one thing you can also tell him.
Wow,
The power of
so
manifestation.
optimistic ya.
Oke, gitu aja. Thank you very much, Queen. I'm so excited and then you really so brave banget, beneran deh. Sangat-sangat bijaksana dan luar biasa. Jadi aku nggak salah nih buat ngefans ke Mbak Nyai-nya.
Oh, he say that he is a big fan of you because you're so brave and wise and beautiful. That's why he admires at you.
Thank you, Andy. I'm so happy to meet you. Hopefully, I get to meet you in person. You know.
Yeah, you can go to Bandung.
Yes, please come join with me. Kita makan ini sate di sini.
Okay, he will invite you to eat.
Chicken
Invite you to
satay.
have a dinner.
Ada sate marangi juga di sini.
Okay, thank you, Andy.
Bye. Thank you.
Yuk.
Yeah.
Should we invite one more? And then, should we invite one more person?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I think we need to read one question from the audiences here.
Okay.
From
Okay.
Setia Wandani.
Okay, can you show the question?
Kayaknya nggak bisa dari Rasul yang klik. Setia Wandani ada nggak?
Yang Setiawan.
Setia Wandani.
Wait, okay. What's the most beautiful thing you've ever found in sadness? Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a very philosophical question.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's actually a beautiful question. You know, the question is what is the most beautiful thing you've ever found in sadness? If you're gonna ask me this question, there's only one show that I remembered. It's called in the Disney. It's called Inside Out. I love that movie so much because it proves that not only happiness will help you, or not only joy will help you find happiness in the world. It's a combination of all your emotions, your joy, your sadness, because your sadness is actually a blessing in disguise. It's an avenue for you to grow as a person, and you will never be who you are as a person if you haven't gone through a lot of trials in life. I've gone through a lot, even before Miss Earth. And I can truly say that I am who I am because God allowed me to go through a lot of trials in my life, and He allowed me to grow in those avenues. And you can truly say that during sadness, this is where you would see things in life, you know, things that you will never see when you're happy. And you would treasure more of the joyful things in your life when you go through sadness because it intensifies the joy in your life. And it really makes life so colorful when it's not always happy. You know, it's a combination of seeing sadness as a blessing in disguise for you to become better and for you to see and appreciate joy more. That's what I can say about that.
Oh my God, so touchy.
You know, it's very apt. It's very
Yeah,
timely, especially during this season. It's very, very hard. I will
Indeed.
not sugarcoat my words. It's very hard. The pandemic has hit so many people, so many businesses, people who cannot go to school and all that. It's very hard. You cannot see your friends. And it's so different when you do things personally or in person. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat that word, but maximize the season of understanding and learning the lessons that you can, because you will treasure life
Easy.
more with sadness or trials that you go through in life.
Indeed. Satu lagi yuk dari Arkam, adik kita.
Gak ada, Din, belum masuk. Gak ada
Di
request.
bawah.
Wait, ya.
Pertanyaannya dia.
Oh, pertanyaan, oke. Wait ya. Oke, wait.
Oh iya, Arki. Oh yeah, Arki.
If
You
you
got
could
it.
have one superpower, what will it be and why?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I
My
remember this question.
is-
I remember this question.
That's nice. I've actually thought of this question before because I thought they would ask something like this in Miss Earth. If ever this question was asked of me in Miss Earth, the answer I would have is the power of persuasion. That is the power I
Wow.
would want to have. I would want to have the power of persuasion because I would want to persuade people to be on the same boat as mine. I would want to be a vessel so they can understand what I'm seeing or what my outlook in life is. And that way, if I persuade them, we will be on the same boat and we would have the same outlook in life and we would have the same goal to be achieved in time. That's what I want as a power.
Oh wow, the power of persuading. Wow, it's good, cool. Especially it's very something that you need to have when it comes to the environmental influencer. That's good.
That's true.
Okay, shall we invite the other one to you?
Oke, wait ya. Siapa nih yang mau di-invite? Oke, dari tadi nih dia komennya pengen ikut. Oke, so this one person always he wanted to join, but hopefully he can join us today. Hello.
1, 3.
Where is he? Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, I'm sorry I have to wear mask. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Now,
Hello. What is your name?
Yeah, hi. Karen, you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so nervous.
Don't be. It's like we're just talking like this.
it's a fun time, so
Okay.
just be chill.
Okay, thank you for the admin who give me a chance to do live with my favorite queen.
Aw.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself?
Okay.
So
Yeah. I have a questions for Miss Art Karen Ibasco. As I know you are such a good speaker, and you know what? I'm not good at delivering something. Could you tell me about how to be good at delivering something? I mean,
Speeches.
message or something like that.
That's actually good.
Okay, thank you.
I would maximize this time already. You guys can follow me on TikTok because I give tips on TikTok. Like I give tips on how to speak well. What are the typical mistakes people are most afraid of when they're speaking? So one thing I can say, the first thing that I said there was, don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. Go out of your comfort zone because when you don't try, you will not be able to know how to do it. That's the first one. The second one is, do not be afraid to make mistakes. You will make mistakes in the process. I made mistakes in the process. I still make mistakes until now. But you cannot let the fear of making mistakes stop you, because once that happens, you will not be able to develop. And then the next one is you have to practice. Read books aloud, watch English movies, see how they deliver their speeches, because in time, when you see and study them, you will find your own momentum how to do it. So you will find your own mark, your trademark. I also learned that because I taught in the university before, so I practiced myself in front of a crowd. You can practice by speaking to an audience or speaking in front of a mirror. You can start there, but don't be afraid. Once you're given an opportunity, maximize it. especially when you're going to
Okay.
speak in a crowd. That's one thing those are 3 things I can share to you, because those are the things I personally did.
Okay. Thank you very much, Queen.
You're
Ada
welcome.
lagi?
And also thank you.
Ada lagi yang
Yeah, and also I want to say thank you to the admin of Pageant Croweris to give me a chance to do live with my favorite queen. Thank you very much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a good day.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Talking about the mistakes that we made during speeches or public speaking. What was the most embarrassing mistake that you ever made that you can remember when
In
you're doing
public
public?
speaking?
Yeah.
In public
What was
speaking.
the most
Wait,
embarrassing moments? I want to know.
When I was starting, I couldn't speak in straight English, and I couldn't speak in a crowd, honestly. When I was starting in high school, I hate being called. I hate being called in front because usually I forget what I was going to say. So I guess one thing that popped in my mind is in public speaking. I think when I was called before, I just didn't know what to say. I wanted to say something so badly, but I couldn't express it. I don't know how to do it. And from that time on, and going to another chapter of my life, when going to college, I told myself, I want to become better in this area. I want to be able to express myself. I want to learn how to do it. And that's the time I went off my comfort zone and I maximized. I would watch English movies. I would read books aloud. I would continue to wanting to become better. And I did make mistakes in the process. So because of the moment when I was called, I was supposed to answer something. I just couldn't express myself. I don't know how to say it. And I wasn't able even to finish my sentence. I wasn't able to finish my thought. I stopped in the middle, and then I couldn't speak in English, so I speak in Tagalog, and that's our language in the Philippines. So that's one thing. I got lost. I didn't know what to do. So in that moment, that's one moment that I said I want to become better. So when I went to college, I tried to become better. I went out of my comfort zone. I practiced. I made mistakes in the process. I did. And it's okay to make mistakes because you're gonna learn. But you need to have that confidence in speaking, because if you don't, you will not be able to learn. I always tell my audiences that it's different. Head knowledge is different from applied knowledge. You can know how to speak in English, but if you don't know how to apply it, you will never be able to apply it. You will just know how to speak it. So if I were you, always choose applied knowledge more than head knowledge.
Wow. That's so true. Yeah. Wow. I'm so speechless.
Thank you.
You blow away my mind.
No, I just share to you guys what I know. I really honestly love to share what I know to people. That's why I'm also in the industry that I'm in right now, because these are personal things that I experienced myself. And I was from a place where I just couldn't speak. I couldn't speak in English. I couldn't speak in a crowd. I was so afraid. So I really want to help people be developed in this area, that you can achieve things like this. You can speak like this in front of a crowd, and you can also be confident.
Yes, that's right.
There's
Sure.
a question from the viewers. It's from Setia Dani. And if you didn't become Miss Earth and you never entered pageantry world, what would you do?
Oh, that's a good question. When I did not enter pageantry, I would continue in my field. It's called medical physics. I'm a physicist. I'm a scientist. That's what I finished in college. So I dealt with radiation, if you guys know that. I dealt with radioactive sources and external beams for cancer patients. So I work hand in hand with doctors, and I compute doses to avoid normal tissues in the body and to kill the tumors. So I dealt with cancer patients to help them. If I did not enter the pageantry, I would continue my path in my career in medical physics, and most probably I would have taken my PhD. By now, I think I already have my PhD if I didn't enter pageantry. But it's not late, I can always try and pursue my PhD in the future. So I'm happy I tried pageantry, because pageantry only has an age limit. PhD, you can take it even you're in your senior citizen. It's fine.
it doesn't have an age limit, so you can like take PhD at like 30s, 40s, whenever you want.
Yeah. So are you want the best of both worlds?
Did. Anyway, talking about the age limits in the pageant, I think it's been like huge issue right now, and Miss France is being first protest by the feminists for being the limitation of height, the limitation of height. Even some people propose that Miss France should open to any status of women, either being married or unmarried. What do you think about this kind of issue? Just in case next time maybe Miss Earth is open to married women, something like that.
Okay. Are you asking about the rules in the pageant, like married, unmarried,
Yes,
tall,
yes.
short?
Yeah.
Okay. The things that I would stand on when it comes to standard of pageants is that with this kind of pageant, I would go for the age limit, because during my year, the age limit was 26. That's it. And now the age limit for different pageants went to 28.
Yes,
It's
that's right.
28 years old. And for me, that's okay. If you can represent yourself and you're given more opportunities in your year, why not? You have more experiences to share to people, and if you're going to win in that year, why not? So I'm not against increasing the age. I'm not against the pageantry who actually lowered the limit for heights. Yes, people who are taller sometimes have an edge in the competition, because when you stand up, you have this beauty with your height. But I cannot limit that with only for tall people, because it's proven us that in Miss Universe, Miss Australia, she was so short, but she brought herself so beautifully.
Indeed.
So I do not limit the height anymore. Yes, you will have an edge if you're taller, but then I do not want to limit that beauty queen should only have this kind of height. Because if you can carry yourself, if you're small, why not? So I'm fine with that, I'm fine with lowering the limit of heights. It actually changed my perspective as well. But when it comes to the status in life, I would still go for you being single when you enter the pageant world, because this is the climax in which you want to achieve that and to focus on something else, another chapter, such as you having a family in time. That's another chapter for you. But I believe pageants is perfect for people who want to focus on that area when you're single in that chapter of your life. Because I cannot see myself entering a pageantry when I already have a family. I honestly can't. So I would always go for that side, the standard of a person being unmarried first as you win a competition.
Okay, so interesting. You are Miss Earth, and then you have a baby, and then sometimes your husband call you, hey, where are you?
Right? How can you focus this time if you have a baby and trying to do things? So I think it's more apt, for pageants for single people.
So actually, the limit for the lady status, marriage status, is for the the good benefit for both of the organization and also the title holder as well, right? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, ada lagi nggak Tio? Next thing.
This one, Karen, how you turn your haters to become your fans?
Well, actually, I don't know how that happened, because it happened in Indonesia. I don't know how that happened, but I would always go back to how you respond to situations, how you respond to backlash, how you respond to hate comments to you. It always brings out who you are as a person. And I would always be grateful to God for helping me respond in a good way, and honestly for reaching out to people and changing the hearts of people that I don't know in foreign lands that became my fans. I would always be grateful. You are always one of the people who's going to be like a great testimony for me that it's important for you to stand your ground and to respond in a good way in a very bad situation. Honestly, that's why I would love to go to Indonesia one day. And even wear your, sorry, what do you call it? Kabaya? Is that
Kebaya?
Kabaya, yeah. I actually know one of the best makeup artists in Indonesia, and I cannot wait to work with him when I go to you guys.
Oh, who's that?
So,
I think
nowadays, there's the regulation that the international flights will be open to Bali. So if you can, so if you can visit in the near future, so you can visit Bali. Yes.
Nice, nice. I would love to visit Bali. I've heard it's beautiful.
Guys, ada yang mau live lagi nggak? Is there anyone who wants to meet virtually Karen here?
Yeah,
Anyone?
you guys.
Dira,
I'm
live
gonna
1
bring
jam
you
kan
up.
The last one. The last
What's the
one.
time for the live? Usually it's 1 hour, right? So we don't want.
Yeah, it's been 1 hour actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm running so fast.
We didn't realize that it's been an hour.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I love
so-
talking to you guys. It's okay. You can bring one more person up. It's fine.
Okay, one last person. One
Amar.
last.
Amar.
Okay. Oh, Amar. I think he's
Amar decline. Okay, maybe this 1%. Hasetia Wandani. Wait, is he going to?
one. Okay.
We have one more.
Hi.
What's your
Perkenalan
name?
dong. Perkenalan.
Yeah.
I think he's
Again.
Koneksinya, the connection.
The connection is
Mas
No, it's
Tiawan
normal.
koneksinya bermasalah.
It's okay.
Okay. So
I think this internet has problems. It's normal. You know, when I have meetings.
we experience all of internet connection.
Definitely. I got kicked out of my meeting because of my internet connection.
me too.
It happens. It happens. It's a huge issue now. I can't wait
So
for the world to become normal again.
There's this interesting question. Wait, yeah. Wait, where's the question?
I think the last question should be.
The last question. Wait, yeah. I couldn't find it. There's.
I don't do much live on Instagram, so I don't know how the question works. Like, I think you guys have to go through one at a time, right?
It's so easy. Anyway, how's the situation in the Philippines right now? I heard that the COVID numbers increasing right now in several ASEAN countries, including Philippines.
No, the Philippines is doing a lot better now. Everyone's out
Oh,
already.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
During the first part of 2022, that's where it became so bad after the holidays. But now it's already going lower. So everybody's already out in the Philippines.
Oh, so nice. Okay.
How about you guys? How about Indonesia?
Oh,
Are you
in
doing
Malaysia, the case is increasing, but because of the rate of vaccination is already high and the booster rate is already high, so the government thinks that it doesn't make sense to make another lockdown, so we can still continue to do our life.
Yeah.
Same here. Same here in
Thailand, right?
Thailand, also increasing as well as Indonesia. So this is the
You guys
question.
are vaccinated.
This is the question. Yeah. Do you plan to have any beauty camp or at least public speaking class for pageant girls in the future?
Actually, I work. I help my camp because I was trained by a camp in the Philippines, so I help them. But I also do classes individually. I do that. I do it for companies. I do it for individuals. So maybe if I would go to Indonesia, I can conduct a class. Who wants to come into the class? Who wants to meet me? Because I'm willing to really share the things that I know. I do talks about public speaking. That's why image consulting is focusing not just on appearance, behavior, but I also focus on communication. So I do classes like this.
Maybe you need to open some like seminar in Indonesia talking about how to speak in front of the people.
I do seminars in the Philippines. Yeah, I do talks and seminars in the Philippines. Workshops,
that's a good thing.
I do.
I see.
Okay.
Hopefully, I can do it in Indonesia as well.
Yeah, so many people's talking, not talking. I mean, like asking when Karen comes to Indonesia.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait. One day. Hopefully, you guys would come to Indonesia when I go there.
I wish, I
Yeah,
will, I will.
hopefully we can go back to Indonesia as soon as possible because the
Yeah.
travel restriction is kind of difficult for me, especially because I'm working here. So if I go back to Indonesia, I have to do like quarantine for several days, and if I go back to Malaysia, I have to do another quarantine again. So
Quarantine, yeah. I get that. But just give it a year. I think after this year, it's going to be a lot better because there's so many people vaccinated already. Looking forward to having a better world.
Have you get your booster shot already? Oh, nice.
Yes, I did.
I just got my booster last two weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I
That's good.
Yeah.
Encouraging everyone to get vaccinated.
Yes,
So we can
vaccinate.
go back to our
Go
normal
get,
lives.
go get the vaccine, guys, so we can continue our life like as usual.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed.
And we'll have pageants live again.
Yeah, I
Indeed.
heard that Miss Earth is going to be another competition. No virtual competition for this year, right? For Miss Earth.
Yes, no more virtual.
Are you
Live
going to
is
attend?
back.
Are you going to attend the Miss Earth in Vietnam this year?
No, 2023, I think. I think 2023
Sure, yes.
next
Not
year.
2020?
Yes,
Oh,
in Vietnam.
Yeah, I think
Right,
they're
and
planning that. I think
so are
it's
you-
not yet final when the Miss Earth, where the Miss Earth will be. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the Philippines, but I know there are plans of going outside of the Philippines.
So if it's going to the Philippines, are you going to be the judge or MC?
Hopefully, I would love that.
Okay, before we ended this live, because I believe that the Instagram will kick us out over 1 hour. So
Yeah.
one last message from you as a beauty queen and also environmentalist to the audiences. What is your message?
I just want to thank you for accepting me, even though I'm not an Indonesian. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But what I can say is that I will continue the path that I started. And I hope that you would continually have an open ear and an open heart to the things I'm going to say. So we can be on the same boat in really helping our planet. And I hope and pray that, I really hope, this is really coming from my heart, that one day an Indonesian queen will win in this earth. I'm looking forward to that.
Hopefully.
I'm a Filipino,
Amen.
but I want also an Indonesian queen to also win Miss Earth one day. It's really coming from my heart. Because I know that you guys also deserve having a crown from Miss Earth.
Yeah, and we just made our first placement for Miss Earth this year.
Yeah, you guys did. I saw. Because I was one of the hosts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw. I was like, oh, I'm so happy. Like, Indonesia got into the top. That's so good.
Finally, Indonesian queen managed to enter the
After
top after several years.
Yeah.
15
I have a question. I don't know who handles Miss Earth Indonesia now. Is it the same franchise holder or is it another one that handles it?
I think it's still the same. The name is Eljon Pageant. He has the local competitions named Putri Bumi, which is the Indonesian language for Miss Earth Putri Bumi Indonesia.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know who still handled it.
Okay, so thank you very much, Karen, for your time. I know you're so busy, and yeah, you promptly respond to my email. So glad that you're here finally. After we wait so long, finally we have you here.
That's great. Thank you.
And hopefully, we can visit Philippines, enjoy the Miss Earth atmosphere there, and to see the beautiful Mother Earth.
Yay! So nice to meet you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Karen. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.